And hello, everybody. Welcome back to episode number 68 of the CheckX series. If you're new here, as I say every day, I'm your host Simon, and the CheckX series is pretty much all about me talking about everything that Elon talks about on X. And today, we are going to talk about what he talked about yesterday on Wednesday, February 4th, 2026, and he posted about 117 times yesterday, so back into the triple digits after a slight break yesterday, last episode number 67, and yeah, he posted about 82 times on politics, I do believe was the number. If that is not the number, it's somewhere in the 80s. I am very aware of that, though. But to pretty much not keep this intro too long, we're going to get right into the episode here to start off with Tesla and artificial intelligence. AI, obviously, as we pretty much always do with Tesla, but we're gonna mix in some of the couple XAI stuff and Optimus stuff in here. So to start off the episode, Elon highlighted that SpaceX has acquired XAI, a move that aligns with his vision of scaling technology to understand the universe. And also, Elon spoke extensively about the Optimus, Tesla's humanoid robot, describing it as the first von Neumann machine, and capable of building civilizations on other planets. Elon also believes Optimus will become the biggest product ever created, eventually becoming more valuable than Tesla's current automotive business. Also, Elon mentioned that cognitive enhancements for humans could be available in 3 years, in which he views as humanity-changing technology, obviously. And moving on, regarding Grok, Elon noted it has reached the #1 rank in 3 additional countries and highlighted new features like Grok Imagine, which allows users to create short films for free, obviously. And Elon promoted Tesla's new solar panel product, which features a low-profile design, a 33% faster installation process, and also Elon confirmed a standard Tesla policy to provide free supercharging during tough times, specifically mentioning Mississippi and Tennessee. And then we on to SpaceX and interstellar ambitions to start off this segment. Just a couple things to talk about here. Starting off, Elon shared a vision of SpaceX and XAI's combined mission to make a sentient sun to extend the light of consciousness to these stars. And also, Elon agreed with the idea that turning the sun into a giant brain and eventually extending this technology to other star systems and other star systems. Elon also counters claims by Peter Thiel that he had stopped believing in Mars, asserting that he has never wavered in his belief in making life multiplanetary. And also, Elon provided updates on Starlink, noting its launch in Senegal and its upcoming direct-to-cell service in Spain, while awaiting regulatory approval for the Gambia. And we go on to the Boring Company and urban mobility. Just 2 things I wanted to add on here to start off this little small sub-segment, I guess you could call it. Starting off, Elon announced that the Boring Company will begin the Dubai Loop project at 6.4 kilometers pilot route, a 6.4 kilometer almost 6.5 kilometer pilot route connecting the Dubai International Finance Center and Dubai Mall. The project involves 3.6 meter diameter tunnels designed for high-speed vehicle transport using advanced tunneling technologies to reduce cost and surface impact. And moving on to freedom of speech in European politics. Starting off this segment, Elon reacted strong, pretty much moving into the politics segment of this video, and then we'll move on to the Jeffrey Epstein files and media criticism. Your discretion is advised. Once we get to that, slightly, it's just a short topic though. Pretty much we're moving away from that Jeffrey Epstein stuff. At least Elon is. And also, Elon reacted strongly to the Spanish Prime Minister's Pedro Sanchez's proposed laws to hold platform CEOs criminally liable for content, calling Sanchez a fascist totalitarian, excuse me, tough word there, and a traitor to the people of Spain. Also, Elon characterized the French police raid on X's Paris office as a political attack and a sign that France is not a free country. I mean, isn't France like in shambles right now? I don't know. But anyway, before we wrap up this segment, Elon expressed support for the idea that tyrants love censorship, and Elon suggested that European governments are using migration policies to replace voters, leading to a loss of democracy, which we do see the left attempting to do here, or at least the left's politicians, let me rephrase that, trying to do here in America. With many proven, there's many ways to prove, but there's many ways to prove that. Excuse me. But anyway, moving on to the Jeffrey Epstein files and media criticism. Slight viewer discretion advised, by the way. But to start off, just like 3 takes to talk about here, though. We'll get through this quick. Starting off, Elon engaged in a public dispute with LinkedIn co-founder Reid Hoffman regarding Hoffman's past visits to Jeffrey Epstein's island, contrasting it with his own refusal to ever visit. And Elon also criticized the BBC as a pure propaganda machine for using his image in stories about the Epstein file despite him never visiting the island. Elon also pointed out the absurdity of the media's focus, noting that while he is scrutinized, excuse me, I mean, my God, I can't talk today, for declining invitations, no actual clients of Epstein have ever been arrested. And moving on to the United States politics and election integrity, starting off this segment, Elon voiced strong support for the SAVE Act, calling it crucial to save democracy in America by requiring voter ID for federal elections. And also, Elon argued, that the lack of voter ID requirements make the U.S. vulnerable to fraud, and claimed that Democrats oppose the act because they want to cheat. Yeah, I mean, why else? And also, literally, speaking of which, what I talked about like a minute ago, moving on, Elon also supported the return of the talking filibuster, agreeing that it requires actual effort from senators rather than just silent blocking. And Elon also expressed concern over foreign-born judges in critical U.S. positions, despite being foreign-born himself, and criticized Marxist influences in the judiciary. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're a long-time viewer, you already know what ladies and gentlemen mean. That means that pretty much wraps up this episode. Thank you guys for watching all the way to the end. If you guys made it all the way, obviously, and if you guys haven't already, I recommend dropping a like, dropping a comment, and subscribing if you haven't already. If I could steal just a little bit of your time, I recommend, or a little bit more of your time, actually, I recommend going back and watching some of the other CheckX series episodes if you would like. Just as a, nice little, I guess, how could I say this? Just as a little catch up on recent events, if you'd like. But anyway, that pretty much wraps up this episode number 68 of the CheckX series. Almost 70. I'll see you guys later.